Man, I tell you, I don't know what is going on with my phone, but clearly something is going on with it. So, going to maybe have to make an appointment. Everybody, come on back in. Come on back in. Y'all get back in here. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. This phone is ridiculous, y'all. I know my phone, the battery just died right in the middle of the conversation, and my phone was charged up. So I don't know whether it's the Facebook Live. I don't know whether there's an app running in the background that's just like, but I'm going to set an appointment. I'm going to, oh, Nicole, I'm back. You back, Nicole? Well, we're glad you made it back. Hey, Tammy Daniel. Yes, thank you, Jasmine. Hey, Ava Arnold. Yes, I don't know whether it's an upgrade because the phone it's a 7 Plus or 7S or whatever. Something is clearly going on, but I am going to get it taken care of. I'm going to set an appointment. I'm going to set an appointment and make sure it's squared away. Yes. Okay, Mary Martin, a new phone? Is that what you're saying I need? I'm not breaking the camera. My battery. I know, Val, it shouldn't be draining that fast. I don't know what's going on. So, but I will figure it out. Okay. So, so I don't know who it was, but somebody was saying they appreciate the fact that I always show my children love, and I tell them that I love them. Is like that's just a standard. Everybody should do that, right? And I show April love too. That's not just the children, but I show April love, and I try to show. I just try to put love in the universe. Well, I think it was you, Mary Martin, but I just try to like be the kind of person that like radiates like positive energy and love and all of that good stuff, because I just want to be in a good space all the time, or as much as humanly possible. I have an iPhone, Ty Cottle. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Okay, I understand, right? It might be time for another phone. I don't know, but I will get it figured out. Okay, let's all these professionals, these iPhone techs. What's up, brother Sean Carter? And I believe that, yes, you get back what you put out there. Valerie Jones, I didn't watch the 60 Minutes interview with Stormy Daniels or whatever her name is. I just was busy working. I didn't have time to kind of tune in for that foolishness. It's just turning into like a circus at this point. So April's at work, Ma Bear Moore. Yeah, I just find that you can get more done, generally speaking, if you have a good attitude about life. And I just know that also, like your energy level, your energy, right, matters. Not just your energy level, but your energy period. And so I try to just keep a positive, be in a positive energy space, like I said, as much as I can be. It doesn't work all the time. Certainly, we're all going to run into some challenges that we have to adjust to. But for me, for the most part, I just find, as I continue to mature, that, just stay level-headed, stay cool, try to keep a positive vibe, try to spread love, and then let the universe do whatever it's going to do. Is April loving the beard? April said she enjoys the beard. I'm just trying to decide how much longer I want to rock it. So we'll see. I really thought about cutting it off earlier today, but we'll see. April's at work. Everybody that's coming in, where's April, people? April is at work. This is a work day for April, so. As badly as she wanted to lay in the bed this morning, she realized that she had to get up and go. Okay, so, okay, Lori Norman, you're on your way to go get an antenna. All it takes is a $10 or $15 antenna. Yeah, cut that cable and get your stuff in order. Yeah, Valerie, I'll keep it and see how much longer it goes. Carla Taylor, what's the topic? Do you want to discuss it here or do you want to inbox it? Is it Norweta Howard or Norweta? We love you back. April's feeling much better, by the way. Dawn Bats, we're working on the Where's April t-shirts as well as a few other t-shirts. So let's see. For everybody that's Jerry Owens Jr. cutting that cable bill. Yes, cut that cable bill. Cut it as soon as you possibly can. Okay, so here's the deal. Some of y'all asking questions. I'm trying to keep up. I'm reading as much of the stuff as I can. The feed starts to move a little fast when there's more than 100 or 200 people on here. Carla Taylor inboxes, and I'll get to it as quickly as I can. What was I get ready to share with you all? I was going to say that I spoke with a gentleman, somebody who has been following the thread. One of the family members is connected to someone who has a wealth of information. What's up, Shatima? A wealth of information about cutting the cord as far as cable is concerned, right? And so I spoke to him. I can't remember his name, but I spoke to him yesterday. He doesn't work full time doing this, but he has enough insight that I think he's going to have some information to share that I think will be invaluable for the folks that are trying to find the best version of cutting their cable and saving money. So many people, what's happening to the new folks that's just joining the conversation? So many people we found are paying between $200 and $300. Some people paying as much as $355, $365 a month for cable and television, internet services being bundled together. And we feel it's a racket. And so Amy Brinkley, is your birthday today. We feel like it's a racket. So, April, Annette, there's no reason to be paying $270 a month. There's my sister Laura. What's happening, Laura? I tried to pick up when you called me earlier, Laura. I'll call you when I'm done with this. But it's a racket. So we've just been sharing information so as to help those people who, are interested in and down, like cutting the cable and still finding the right version of the services they need to get the channels and the viewing experience that they want. Okay. So I know April, we had Spectrum or AT&T or something. We were paying like $200 and some a month. April cut all of that stuff out. She got the minimal amount of the services on our phone that we needed. And she got an antenna, and we have the package that we want now, or the combination of things we need now. And we're only paying, I think, $70 or $80. So forgive me, I'm a little tired right now, as y'all can probably tell. But cable channel saved me over $100. So again, as you guys can tell, for the people that have done it, whether it's a Fire Stick, whether it's a Kodi box, whether it's Sling TV or Set TV, and got the Fire Stick for free. So there's just there's versions of these services that you can put together yourself that will cost you substantially less than $200 and $300 a month. And so the point of all of this is to be able to take that money, because every penny saved is a penny earned, and invest that into something else that gives you and your family value. Okay? Have I made myself absolutely clear? I hope so, because what's going to start to happen now is I'm going to ask you all to inbox me and to share with me if you work for a company, if you work for a mortuary service, if you work for the bank, if you work for the school system, if you work for anybody that provides a good or service that can help the rest of the family save money or better understand the process for something, inbox me so that way I can bring you on a Facebook Live so that we can share information that's going to help everybody win. Like, that's where the real win is for me, and that's where the real value is for this entire platform and the rest of the family. So what's happening, Lala Burks? That's what we're going to start to do on a regular basis. I think, like, I'm going to call it Here's a Scoop with April and Royale, where we just share information and help everybody save and win. That's what it's coming down to. We got to share information. There's so much information out here. There was someone that I was sharing information with earlier today. I spent a lot of time going back and forth. But they saw that in the birthday shout that we gave to Ross, that I spoke to the fact that Ross was born on the autism spectrum. And so this young lady inboxed me to say, hey, can you help me with information, because my daughter was also born on the spectrum and she's now 8 years old. And I just find that it's easy when you have a child that's born on the spectrum, or you have a child that has special needs. So many parents feel vulnerable, and they become quiet at a time where they need to be more vocal. I don't know whether it's because they're embarrassed. I don't know whether it's because they're concerned, or what causes them to be quiet. But it's a time where we need to be the loudest. And so, again, it's a good example of another area, in servicing children with special needs, where there are people out there who have information. There are professionals out there who may be in our After I Do family or circle, or one person away. It may be the family member of a family member, or the friend of a family member who's After I Do specific, who has information. There may be an attorney in your family or in your circle that has information about the political system, the legal system. Certainly with what we're going through right now with the Stephon Clarks and the Michael Browns and all of these, what's going on in the police system, and our youth being over policed. There's a lot of information, a wealth of information that needs to be shared. So again, like the Here's a Scoop and the Well Connected, for people who have goods and services, I'm still going to do that. But people who have the information, it's like whatever I come up with a name for it or something, just to keep you all kind of clear about what's what. Really, really going to do my best to step that stuff up. But you guys have to, again, embrace this as your platform as well. I find that so many people go, oh, After I Do this, April and Royale's show. No, it's the platform that we built for everybody to extract some value in. So when April and I say, hey, can you guys share the platform, hit the share button, like, it's only because we're trying to increase our reach. And when we increase our reach, then we have access to more people and more information that we can bring back to share with you all. Anybody that's inboxed us, knows that I tend to get back to people within 24, 48 hours at the most. I try to make sure, unless I'm traveling. And even when I'm traveling, I do my best to stay connected to the inbox and get right back to people as best as I can. Tiffany Baker, I'm pretty sure that you sent me information and I read it, and I'm pretty sure I responded to you. So I got your information, though. Yeah, I did. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out, again, April gets off early tonight. Mo Better Vibes. Give me a second. I'm going to have to. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Okay, I follow you in April. You seem to do a good job of not trying to change each other. What are some things you do to find and keep your own happy place so you don't look to, I can't see the rest of that, to your partner? Let's see if I can get the rest of that. Okay, here's the other thing too. Again, Robert Monroe, thank you so much. I think to create your happiness. Mo Better, I see what your question is. Give me a second. I'm going to try to respond to it. April and myself, have just found this platform to be really helpful. Certainly when we were dating and after we got married, as we started building a family, we just looked back and realized that we didn't have access to as much information as we try to share. I think the Ross autism diagnosis is probably a great example of a space where if we had access to more information, we could have did some things that were even more beneficial for Ross's support. But as you can tell, Ross was just on a little earlier. Ross is fine. But Ross is fine because we were very diligent and determined to make sure we provided him with the best care and services that we could to support his growth. And anybody that's out there that has a special needs child, autism, Asperger's, any of that stuff, just do the most you can. Do the best job you can of providing your child with the best services you can afford, and even some that you can't afford. Just fight like hell to get your child the best services you can get for that child, and let the universe do the rest, right? Don't freak out. Don't, kill yourself, stressing yourself out, worrying about your child. Your child is going to be okay. And I can tell you that because, again, we've experienced it. We've gone through it. Okay, so I want to circle back to the question about me and April and our relationship and how we give each other space. We don't try to change each other. I don't try to change April. April doesn't try to change me. And we found that, or at least I find that the best version of April is going to be the version of April she wants to be that makes her happy, and not the version of her that she has to try to adjust to being for the sake of making me happy. Right? Does that make sense? It's I have to let her be her authentic self. Now, I can have some things that I may or may not like about her authentic self. And I can certainly voice that, hey, I don't like the way you do this. I don't like that you, whatever it is, But that's just sharing information, right? We can give somebody a critique on their behavior or some of their behaviors or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, you have to let people be their authentic self. And not so many women I found, and even men, get into these relationships and we try to change our significant other and turn them into the person we need them to be in order for us to be comfortable. But we don't consider what we're taking away from them, right? We're devaluing a certain part of their life experience to make us comfortable. I don't know if that makes sense. That doesn't, you know what I mean? That doesn't really jive with how human beings are supposed to evolve, right? You have to let somebody be their authentic self and figure out how you can adjust to and make the best of that relationship. Sharon, there's no topic right now. We're just freestyling. I'm supposed to be cleaning up the kitchen, but I decided after my battery went out to sit down and be stationary for a second. We're trying to train our partners for authenticity. Yeah, again, I just think that you have to let somebody be their self, right? And fortunately enough for me, I just happen to have, cool significant other, because April is cool as a fan. We get along well. After 25 years, we kind of know each other's thing, right? I know the things that annoy her. I know the things that get her excited. She knows the things that annoy me. She knows the things that work for me. And we've just accepted that, we've accepted each other on each other's terms. Mary, April is on, she's still on her cleanse, so I don't have to cook anything for April tonight. Thank goodness. And Ross is out and about, so I don't have to cook for him either. And I really don't want anything. I'm good. I had some fruit. I'm trying to really start eating better. That's my biggest thing right now, is focusing on trying to start eating cleaner. All of these cinnamon rolls and cupcakes and all of that stuff doesn't really jive for me. So, Yolanda Wright, how did your son feel about going to a high school where they were the minority? When you say minority, what do you mean? Being a person of color, African American? I'm going to assume, Yolanda Wright, that that's what you mean. Not an issue for them at all. Not an issue for them at all. Fortunately enough, Royce and Ross have been very well adjusted, because they've gone to some pretty diverse schools their entire school experience. So, they are aware of color, but they, like, the way I kind of educate my children, the idea of being a minority really doesn't exist in their thought pattern. They're aware that they're black men, but the idea of equating being a black man in a school that doesn't have a predominantly black male culture in terms of the makeup of the student body, they don't equate that with being a minority, so to speak. I just think this idea of being a minority in certain settings has a negative connotation. So for them, it's just a school experience. And for us, we just try to make sure that the school is aware of what our expectation is in terms of making sure that there's a diverse enough curriculum that our kids don't feel any kind of way about what they don't get. College son. Oh, so you're saying Royce. Okay, so again, I thought you were talking about Ross, Yolanda, right? Royce's experience is that for certain, going from the private school that they go to here in Southern California and then going onto a HBCU campus, yes, now that's overwhelming because of what the color dynamic of that institution looks like. And this is what I'll say, and I think I've said this before, the thing that's been really, really exciting for me, and April and I kind of went back and forth about whether our children would go to a HBCU or whether they would go to a traditional college here. And I'm super duper excited that we made the choice to send Royce to a HBCU. And I'll tell you what I think the biggest difference is for me. Because Royce, if you all have been following us long enough, Royce went to a summer program at Princeton University. And I think Royce, I think, carried like a 3.8 GPA. Royce played soccer. He plays soccer. Royce excels at everything that he does. And I think that if we really, really fought, we could have gotten Royce some academic scholarship money to go to one of these higher end traditional colleges. I don't know whether it would have been Princeton, Yale, or Harvard. I'm not going to go that far, but certainly there are some schools out there that we could have gotten money from. That said, what I'll say is now in hindsight that Royce is at Howard University and April and I have spent time on the campus with Royce there. Specifically for me, one of the things that stands out is the acknowledgement that these young black men and women have for each other on that campus. these young black men, when they don't walk past each other and ignore each other. They see each other, even if they're not friends, they still head nod and they still shake each other's hand. They still acknowledge each other. And that is a huge thing, especially when you travel 3,000 miles to go to school, away from home. That reinforcement. Let me tell you something. So there's a video that we have. I think I'll share it after this, where Royce is actually doing a backflip with no hands, a standing backflip. And Royce is not a tumbler. He did not know how to do this before he left California to go to Howard University. And he just shared a video with himself. And if you saw the video of him dancing, one of the guys, that's a part of his dance troupe, is a cheerleader, a male cheerleader, and taught Royce how to do a no-handed backflip, right? And so you ask yourself, it may seem like a backflip is kind of an innocuous thing, right? It doesn't have like a huge meaning, but if you look deeper into that whole thing, what it is that Royce has now found a circle of other young men that he's extended the level of trust to, that has allowed to him accomplish a feat that he wouldn't normally have accomplished. Because a backflip for an inner city young male is a big deal. To be able to tumble, to be able to flip for young black males, you may not get this, but flipping is a big deal. To be able to do a backflip for an inner city kid is everything. It's like riding a wheelie on a bicycle. It's a big deal. And so Royce is now in a space on this HBCU campus, Howard University, with other young black men who created a circle of trust that has allowed him to conquer a hurdle, to get over a hurdle, right? And not that I'm aware of any fear that he's had, because I don't think Royce has a lot of fear, but it's an accomplishment that he now has under his belt that he knows he can walk around the universe with, that, this is something I can do now, right? And I assume that they're now adding it to their dance routine, and that's why Royce is doing it. But again, all of these little kind of layers of things, what they add to is the level of confidence that these young men, Kimberly Rollins, hello, the level of confidence that these young men walk around the universe with is going to be the X factor. It's sometimes it's labeled as swag, confidence, chutzpah, motivation. All of these things matter. I'll say this about myself. I may not have had a lot of things growing up, but anybody that knows me growing up, all of my siblings will tell you that Royale has had confidence from day one. If you spend any time around me, you know that I'm comfortable in my skin, right? And I poke my chest out always because I believe in myself. And, right, that's something that you have to own. And we need these young men to go into spaces, to campuses, right, where they're going to be celebrated, where they're going to be supported, where that confidence is not going to be extinguished with some kind of social extinguisher. You understand what I'm saying? With some kind of social fire extinguisher, because they're an other or because they're not the majority on a campus. And so that's the thing. I'm glad we're having this conversation, because this is important, that they go into a space where they're supported enough that they can learn different things, that they can add new things to their life that give them confidence and boost their ego. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a healthy ego that allows you to feel good about yourself, that allows you to feel good about your chances of accomplishing things. And that's what I'm super excited about. for Royce right now. So to the question about his experience coming from a private school here in Southern California and going to a HBCU has been an incredible transition. And yes, that pride that comes with being in an environment where your culture is celebrated. Hello? Now we about to get somewhere. That being in an environment where your culture, right, is not shared, but it's lifted up and celebrated. And there's a library on campus that is specifically geared toward making sure you have a complete understanding and appreciation for who you are before slavery. Right? Because in this country, for some reason, they want to educate us. They want to start our education about who we are at slavery. And that kind of emotionally tries to cripple kids and keep them in this very docile place when, it goes so much further back than that. So, y'all know me, I start to get on these rants and rolls. So there you have it. But listen, here's the deal. Royce is at Howard University. It's his first year. He's wrapping up his first year, about to go into his second year. There's been two or three people that's in the After I Do family that said, hey, my child is now considering going to Howard University. Can you plug me in with Royce? And I reached out to Royce, and Royce was like, oh, my roommate or somebody here on my floor is connected and helps do the official tours. And so, Royce is now helping other After I Do family members get plugged in to do the official campus tour at Howard University. So this goes back to the point that I was making, that like we are connected as a family and we have resources and information. We should be doing our best to like share that information so that we all benefit and grow, and our family and our children and our loved ones and the people we're connected to get the most value out of these relationships. Right? All right. So what else? Let's see. I know I missed some questions. Y'all know what I typically do is I typically go back and try to make sure I get through all of these and answer all of the questions that I miss. So I apologize if you're asking a question. This feed is scrolling at a speed that sometimes I can't quite keep up with, especially if I'm trying to share information at the same time. All right, we'll see. What else? I'm surprised April hasn't joined the conversation because y'all know she is good for chiming in when it's not her Facebook Live. But it just means that she's probably super duper busy with work today. And I'm excited because, like I said, if she gets off early and we can knock out these last 2 episodes of 7 seconds, then that is going to be a good thing. April went to work today. We got 2 more episodes left. I promise y'all, I wanted to watch one more. I wanted to sneak and watch an episode. But I just figured that would not be a cool thing to do. We agreed to watch it together. So I will be patient and wait for her to get home so we can knock out these last, I think it's 2 more episodes. It's a really, really good series. If you're not watching 7 Seconds, I highly recommend it. I watched the Roxanne movie on Netflix. Was not excited about that. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Just was not blown away by that in the least bit. Interesting story. Just don't think it was very well executed. Lois, it is 5:08 here in Southern California. People crack me up because they ask what time is it where you are. We in Southern California. If you're on the East Coast, it's 3 hours behind you. So for the people that's on the East Coast, it should be 8:09 right now. So we're 3 hours behind. So Nita, wait, you watched what? Nita Hardaway, you watched what? And it was good. Oh, you know what? Jaleese Griffin, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Roxanne. Is it Tamara or Tamara? It just wasn't a very satisfying experience. Just the story. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, everybody get out your hi, April. Everybody say hi, April. Hi, April. Hi, April. Hi, April. Get it out. Yep, Val, there she is. I told you. Didn't I tell you she'd probably show up? Queen April in the house. Lord Jesus today, boy. April's always watching. April's always watching, okay? Hey, April. April, what are you doing? What are you up to, honey? You want to join the conversation? You want to say hi to everybody? Let's see what she has to say. My little stinker poo pie. Always somewhere close, I tell you. And Lord, she learned how to use emojis. So she, a bunch of hand claps. My baby to learn how to use emojis with her grown ass. I always speak her into existence. I just had a feeling. I knew it. She's supposed to be working. Oh, God. She better not use no more emojis. See, I know that. What is this? What is these hand clap emojis? Why are you doing that right now? On the set. Okay. Okay, so you're busy working, April. That means, yes, real quick. You know me, I don't do nothing real quick, but we'll see how this works out. I will add you. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lord have mercy today. What's happening, Cool Breeze?
Hi.
Your new nickname gonna be Cool Breeze. You got more free time to jump on my Facebook Lives and
It's a little break. We're about to roll. I gotta walk away. Hi everybody. Look at the sun. This is my sun hat. Got this from Costco. Do not laugh. I just had to, hey Ivan, I had to make sure I cover up my nose because I'm out here in the sun. When I take my glasses off, it was like a nice, see, suntan. So this something trying to kill my skin. Hi y'all.
okay. Okay. Good for
What's
you.
going on? I thought we
Ain't nothing going on.
I won't be home at 7. I don't think I'm gonna be home at 7. I'll be home probably by 8.
Wow.
8, I'm gonna eat. We're gonna finish our last 2 episodes of 7 Seconds, and then I gotta go to bed. I gotta be to work at 8, but it's at the beach, and I need to leave an hour and a half before my call time, which sucks.
All right. Do you still want to have sex tonight after this or no?
No, maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Because I know you wanted something, so I just want to make sure you get what you need.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do what?
I was trying to show them the camera crew, but it's whatever.
They not interested in no damn camera crew.
I gotta find the young lady. We'll put a pin in figuring out and having that young lady come on and giving us step by step of what she's doing to save money on cable, because I think that's still very important.
I have somebody else that's going to come on and share that information as well. So I have somebody lined up. Man, if you don't get your ass back to work, y'all got more free time.
That's great. That's great. This is my sneaker cadet. He always helping me with sneakers.
What's up?
He couldn't help me today.
What's happening, Greg?
Hi,
How you doing? What is this?
Kevin,
Facebook?
what's your name again?
Live.
Eric.
Facebook Live.
This is Eric. Say hi to Eric, everybody.
What's happening, Eric?
What's up, man?
He's the painter. Babe, we're going to kidnap him, make him come to our house and paint. He good, too.
Kidnap a grown-ass man? How come we can't just ask him to come through and paint? Just ask me not to kidnap him.
I'm going to kidnap him, the carpenter, everybody. I got a whole stash of them. I forgot his name. It's too many people.
You have to ask again. There's nothing wrong with that. You just say, tell me your name again. It's simple. I hate when people don't do that. Just say, hey, tell me your name again.
No, I talk to him every day, like full conversations.
Listen. I know it's sad.
It's sad.
Listen, I know it's embarrassing, but
It's
just have to keep asking.
Okay. What did he say his name was? Eric. Come here, Sig. I want you to say hi to everybody. This is Sig. He's our PA for
Hello.
Say hi.
What's happening, bro?
That's my husband.
Oh, nice. I heard about him.
Yep.
How you doing?
Heard about me?
Yeah.
I talk about you a
always
lot.
good things.
What y'all on live?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Lies.
He's so sweet. He keep all the background together for us. And Ooh, it's a gang of us. Let me walk around.
I don't know why he kind of like rest his arm on your back like
Shut
way
up.
more comfortably
That
than
is
he
not
should.
my set boo. Everybody got set boo. That ain't him. Here come Brett the Barber.
Okay.
Babe, say hi, Brett the Barber.
We're
Brett
Brett.
don't do shit, babe.
Why would you say that?
Brett,
What up, Brett?
Brett, how you doing, man? I'm trying to find the bar now. Oh, he said you look good with the beard.
Brett know me for a long time.
Brett, there's a bar right here. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know why they put us by a bar. Brett, we be looking for Brett B at the bar. I'm like, how in the hell are you having a cocktail? Brett do whatever the fuck he want to do. Because he that good.
Think
he
he don't?
Good. So he just walk around and, huh? What'd you say, Ben?
I said, think he don't?
Oh, yeah, he good. He knows it. They know it. So they about to roll. I gotta go back, guys. I love y'all. I think 8 o'clock is 11 o'clock on the East Coast. If it's not too late, if you want to hop on for like a half hour, I can do that. But pictures up. Okay, let's roll. Let's roll. I got you some good cookies.
Okay, we'll see you later. You get out. Go ahead. You do your thing. We'll catch you another time.
Yeah, I'll get y'all tomorrow. Oh, I'll get you tomorrow when I have Damson and the 3 main characters. We're going out to the beach, so I'll make them say hello to y'all. I'll tell you when to go live, okay?
Okay, listen. Shatima says hello.
Hey, Sha. Yeah, I'll tell you when to go live so you can see the guys from Snowfall. They cool.
Oh, you gonna tell me when to go live?
I'm gonna tell you.
You telling me? You calling the shot?
Yeah, Eamon is
now
here.
I work for you,
but he's inside because he's learning how to direct. So he's an actor and he's learning how to direct. So he's shadowing the father from. If y'all saw 7 Seconds, he's the father. The director right now is the father of the black attorney, the female. That was episode 4, I think. He's here directing today. I mean, for the last week. So it was so weird when we were watching. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you for that information.
Goodbye.
We're gonna let you go. We'll catch you another time.
Bye.
I'll see you tonight. Goodbye. She be doing way too much. Now she gonna give y'all a whole behind the scenes director's cut of the damn Snowfall. Lord Jesus. All right. Whew. Okay, let me catch my breath. All right, so April is gone now. Good Lord have mercy today. What was we? Yeah, listen, April works on a lot of high-end projects, high-profile stuff. So maybe what I'll do is tomorrow when we go live, she'll introduce you guys to whoever the leads from Snowfall is/are. Snowfall is on FX. While I have you all as well, I know somebody asked me earlier about the After I Do hoodies. If you placed your order for After I Do hoodies, the hoodies I believe will be printed up tomorrow and should go out by the end of the week. So I apologize for the delay, but we had a little hiccup with my primary printer. The owner of the print shop got very sick, and so I had to switch gears and make a change. But we should be back in play tomorrow. They should start getting printed and should be going out by the end of the week. Jaleisha, do my eyes light up when I see April? I just gotta keep an eye on her because this business is vultures out there, and everybody got a set boo. And I have to tell April, be careful, because you know me, I'm a killer, and if I have to come down to that set, somebody gonna die, and we don't want that, right? So these dudes, they'll push up now. They don't care if you married or not. They will push up, and some of these chicks will push up too. So I just have to tell her now, be careful. Don't fall into one of those little relationships on set, and people start, you my set boo, and let me go get you a breakfast. You want some coffee? Can I come down there? It's not gonna be pretty. Okay, so I am going to y'all hilarious. That's my sleepy look. I'm sleepy. Is it Ruthel McCoy? She only has eyes for me, really? Uh, Nita said, yeah, you be careful too. I'm always careful. And by the way, I'm not working on a set right now, so I don't worry about April. April grown. Yeah, these workplace relationships are real. You're right, Janelle Rogers, in any work environment. But what I find for the most part is I continue to study this stuff and pay attention a little bit more, is that women feed off of, they need to be, for the most part, generally speaking, not specifically, but women like to be complimented. Women like attention. And so if a woman is at work and she's getting attention at work and not getting attention at home, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? At some point, she's going to start to get excited about the attention she's getting at work. Facts or no? Facts or no? If a woman is being ignored at home, if she is going home and her husband wants to just sit on 2K all night long, and you know, she has to feed the kids and she's not being appreciated, she's not being complimented, and she goes to work and there's some, you know, chocolate boy wonder at work who, at her office and always bringing her something and you know, telling her a joke and tickles her soul. Who do you think she's going to ultimately get excited about? Chocolate Boy Wonder. We all need to have that energy. We all want to be loved. We all want to be appreciated. See what I'm saying? We all want that. That's just real facts. Stephanie, I'm saying this is a general. I'm not saying it's specific to everybody. But for the most part, generally speaking, this is true. Exactly. Yvette's like, you're gonna wonder why, man, or wonder why the hell you getting up so early for every day. You getting out here trying to get to work and working overtime because it's something at work that excites her more than you at home yelling at her and being disrespectful and not honoring her and being in your phone all the time. It gets old. So I say that to say, what you see in me, right, when April comes on the screen, is somebody that's very excited about his wife. That's just it. At the end of the day, I'm excited about April. She's very loving. We have a great relationship, and so I do light up a little when I see it, probably a whole lot when I see her. Because when I see her, right, what you all see is the inner response that I have to all of the stuff that we're looking forward to. And you know, that's what bubbles up. That's that good energy that you see. So what else y'all want to talk about while you got me? I got a few more minutes because I got to clean the kitchen. There's some clothes that need to be folded, and I want to try to make sure all this stuff is taken care of before the queen comes home. Irene, thank you so much for your message earlier today. I really appreciate that. How do you keep the excitement or even build it? How do you keep the excitement? How do you build the excitement? You say build excitement. I don't think we focus on building excitement. I think that's the biggest thing is like, we don't try to go, oh, we need to have some excitement in a relationship, right? What I think we focus on is just like, what do we do organically, right, that we're going to enjoy together that's going to make each of us respect and appreciate our time, right? Because it really is at the end of the day, valuing each other's time enough to be able to commit to things that make sense for both of you. And to Tanya Ingram's point, yeah, a lot of it is natural. It's just chemistry. You say it's natural, Tanya Ingram, but the natural part of it becomes a part of the chemistry and mixing the right ingredients. Because again, let's look at it like you're trying to make a cake. It's like, what ingredients are you putting in the bowl to try to make the best version of a cake? And you know, you just have to think about what you're adding to it or what you're not adding, and which temperature you're cooking it at. And those things become a part of the formula for trying to make the best, healthiest version of your relationship. So It's all what's in the mix, but that's the chemistry, the chemical makeup, right? The thing that, based on the history, right? Based on the history of your relationship, what investments have you made into the relationship, and based on the right, the forecast, because a lot of times we'll also forecast in a relationship. We'll ask ourselves, based on what we've done before, what's more than likely ahead, what's in store for us. Right? That was kind of, I'm about to come back and watch this myself, because that was kind of deep. Like, based on the history, what can you forecast about the relationship that you're building with your significant other? If you just been through rain the entire time you've been together, then you'll say to yourself, well, there must be more rain ahead. But if you created sunshine, and you know what sunshine feels like, and sunshine feels good, then you'll anticipate more sunshine in the relationship. And even when there's rainy days in the relationship, you'll have an appreciation for what sunshine ahead could look and feel like, and you want to get there together. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was a good one. Okay. So Kevin Turney said, check out this website. Now, I'll say this. I tend to, for the most part, when people advertise on the page, I tend to delete anything that's advertisement or sharing links or any of that stuff, because what happens is, and I don't want anybody to think I'm being mean when I do this, but what happens is, once one person starts doing it, then other people go, oh, you can share links on the page, and then that's when the trolls and the spam and the page becomes overwhelmed with links and other stuff that, become unpleasant, trying to scroll through that stuff. So if anyone has something that they want to share, the protocol typically is to inbox me and say, hey, can you guys share this with the After I Do family? So just know that if you post something on the page and I delete it, it's only because I'm trying to keep the page clean so that the family members have the cleanest experience trying to, get to information. But if you have something that's valuable to the family, then by all means, please feel free to inbox it to me and April. I'll take a look at it and then go, oh, here's the way I share it. Because if it's coming from me, I think it's going to get a lot more attention than if it's just posted on the page in the comment section. All right. And you get excited. She lights up the room for you. She keeps it together. Yeah, David Morgan, I agree, man. It's like you can tell when a woman walks through the door, even if she's tired, you know what I mean? That anticipation is everything. Like, even April, as you can tell, she's just excited to come home. She wants to lay in the bed. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, here lately, I need to be out in the clubs doing stand-up because that's my profession. But it is so hard for me sometimes now because I get so excited about when April comes home, being able to spend quality time with her, because I have such a small window to catch her. She's working 12, 13, 14-hour days. She comes home, as she just shared, she'll get home about 8 o'clock, right? She has to be in the bed by 11 or 12 because she has got to get up at 5:30 to get to the beach by 6:30, 7 o'clock to start tomorrow. So, again, now I wasn't doing this before, but even now I try to, in the middle of the day, just check in on April, say, shoot her a text, whatever you could do. Say, hey, how's your day going? How you feeling? You need anything? Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't take much, right? But you got to want that. You got to want the best for your significant other, right? That has to be something that is, oh, yeah, let me check on my wife. Let me check on my girlfriend. Let me check on my husband, my boyfriend. These are little small things that go a long way. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'll say this. When there is love and respect in a relationship, it's just the base of, when you build the base of a relationship on that and you can maintain that throughout the journey, it's just like, it's hard to go wrong. So the more you can make that type of investment into the relationship, then the healthier for sure the relationship is going to be, and the better chance that the relationship has like good soil to grow from. So stay on it. Stay on it. When you got something good, work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Keep it healthy. Keep it fun. Keep it interesting. Communicate. Keep the communication open. Talk. Don't be afraid to talk, even for the things that annoy you. Have the conversation. Get through the challenging pieces of the communication so you can get back to the fun stuff. Yes, and women love when you check in. That check-in is important. I was the king of not checking in. Now I'm the king of checking in. It doesn't cost me anything but a few letters, text and hit send. And it means you get that. That's like a bouquet of flowers that pop up in their phone. It's just as valuable. So be considerate. Be considered in a relationship. Think about your significant other. All right, I got work to do now. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to win. I want everybody to take a second. If you have something heavy on your life, I want you to take a minute to inhale. We can all do it here right now for a second. Let's do it as a matter of fact before I leave. Take a minute to inhale. Hold it. Let all of that go. Do it again one more time. Here it is. Let's do it one more time. Think about all of the stuff that's stressing you out, that's weighing you down. On the inhale, think about those things. Hold it, and let it all go as you blow back out. Let it all go. It's going to be okay. Love you too, Shatima. Love y'all. Love you, Renee. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please hit the share button. Tell your friends and family about April Royale. We're going to do some amazing things together. We're going to do some amazing things together as we continue to grow this platform. You're going to find that you're well connected. You're going to find that, right, these relationships through this platform, you're going to find that you're connected to so many other people who have information and resources that's going to help you win. That, again, you just have to stay connected, stay involved. If I didn't answer your question here, I'm going to try to get to it. If you have a specific question, make sure you feel free to inbox me. Inbox me if it's for April. I'll try to make sure April pays attention to it. And outside of that, I'm probably going to check in tomorrow at some point. That's if I don't check in with April later tonight. All right. Again, the platform is After I Do. Shaman Royale. April was here. Y'all know what it is. And I will catch y'all in a minute. All right. Peace and love.